The Style Method Podcast, helping you avoid fashion disasters one sassy tip at a time. Celebrity and high-end personal stylist Amy Salinger dives into style wins, fashion fails, and closet confessions with women of all shapes, budgets, and lifestyles. Expect expert tips, unfiltered advice, and maybe a little tough love, all in the name of great style. It's time to unlock your signature look. Welcome back to the Style Method Podcast, where it's real talk, real style, real you. I'm your host, Amy Salinger, celebrity stylist and founder of the Style Method system. And today we are talking to Amy Lenius. She is a coach, a speaker, and currently serves as the director of group coaching at Next Level University. I wanted to talk to her because what she does aligns with what I do. She is helping people redefine success in a way that aligns with their personal values, purpose, peace, and potential. And she works on goals, identity, life direction, or even defining success on your own terms. This goes along with how I feel about growth, about self-awareness, about empowerment, how what you wear can redefine how you operate every day and get you moving towards your goals. I'm excited. I'm ready. Let's jump into it with Amy. I want to welcome Amy to the podcast. I am very happy to have you here, not only because, well, your name is Amy, so obviously you're fabulous. There's no way around that. But I'm very excited about what you do for work and the empowerment element of what you do for work and how it aligns with dressing on the outside and how that gives you a level of power. Welcome to the Style Method Podcast, Amy.
Thank you. I'm actually really excited. I haven't done this style of show before, so we'll see where this goes. I'm really curious to see where this is going to take us.
I mean, it's just all pain. I'm just kidding. It's so easy. You have no idea. This goes along with what I say all the time. It's like, if getting dressed is the most stressful part of your day, we've got problems. Like, this should be fun. This should be exciting. You should be playing. It should get dressed, walk out in your suit of armor and conquer your day is the way I look at wardrobe. So why don't we jump in? I want to hear a little bit about what you do. I know you work with Next Level University. Why don't you tell myself and my audience a little bit about that?
Sure. So like you said, I partner with Next Level University. This company was founded by two men who are just incredible humans looking to do incredible work in the world. They believe in personal development for the sake of your version of success. And I fell in love with what they were doing. I became a client at first, and Alan, our CEO, I was working with him and I sent him one of my keynote speeches that I got to do. And he's a public speaker as well. I said, hey, I would love some just genuine feedback on this. And he's like, yeah, no problem. Listens to it, gave me my feedback, loved it. And he said, hey, we do a live event every year. Would you be interested in coming down and emceeing for us? I was like, oh, that's different. That would be so fun. I've always spoken in natural wellness and women's health and things spaces. So to come over here and really talk into personal development and MC for these guys and introduce them all day. And these guys are my heroes. So I was so excited to do it. And everything just kind of proliferated from there. I now help them run group coaching. We have book club. We have mastermind classes. I have my own coaching. There's all sorts of things that we do now, but I'm enmeshed in this wonderful company. And so that's what I get to do. And we do this live event that I was talking about once a year.
I talk all about the universe all the time because I really do believe that the powers of the universe, the powers of attraction, if you keep yourself open and think positively, it brings what you need. Maybe you're not even aware that it's fully what you want, but when it circles back, you're like, oh my God, this is exactly what I was looking for. And it sounds like the powers of the universe brought you what you needed.
Yeah,
I love
definitely.
that. I love that. In terms of how we connect on this, I say what you put on your body it draws in a certain energy, right? If you're dressed, for lack of a better word, like a schlub when you walk out the door, what do you think is coming to you? So yay to empowerment and yay to drawing in what we want in this life. So I'm going to get right into it. Amy did the style adjective quiz, as we all do when we come on at least my podcast, basically. And I want to know, Amy, what did you get as your style adjectives?
I got double edgy, minimal, and timeless.
All right. Does that match you? That's the first question I should ask.
Yeah, I was very excited by that. Those, of all of the words that you had as far as descriptions, those would have been probably the three that I would have picked. So,
and double edgy, which if anyone has taken the style quiz that's listening to this, you know the rules of the style quiz are your adjectives, the more they repeat in these 4 questions that you answer, the more that's really what you lean towards. So obviously you're an edgy gal, much like myself.
Definitely.
How do you think that the edginess comes out in your style? I mean, you have on a lovely layered necklace situation going on, and layered bracelets, I think, as well.
Yes.
Yeah. More is what we're feeling here.
I know. I love a good layer. And sometimes it depends if it's more chunky. It depends if it's this. I felt really simplistic today, actually. And so when I went with a pearl, I was like, well, I need a little more. I need some gold. I need some metal in there. And so we kind of went with some, I don't know, a little bit of mixed metals today. But yeah, I like a good layering necklace, and I love multiple bracelets on. I have this thing where it has to be 3 or 5 or 1. I can't do 2 or 4. It's this weird thing.
You can't do even number.
I can't. If I have 2 bracelets on my wrist, it like drives me nuts all day until I fix it. I don't know what that is.
I call that useful OCD. It actually, again, it leads you to more is more. You know what's funny about this, by the way, and I can't believe I'm just picking this up. You and I pretty much have on the same outfit right now. We both have on basic black with layered chains. I have on lots of rings, and I do have on 3 bracelets, I might add. These are my everydays. The one that doesn't come off, that's soldered on, and then my 2 cuffs that I wear, one forward and one backwards. And I just was like, I can't be bothered with all the things. So basic backdrop with full accessories is the way to go when my brain is not functioning, basically.
Yeah, I feel like that was me today. I have a very, very full brain today, just with work, with family, with holidays, with everything going on. It was a very full day. And I think that's why I was drawn to what I was drawn to today, just to keep it simple. Even the bun itself is like, you know what? We're not doing this today. We're just going
to a sleek updo. I love a top knot, and it leaves more room for the rest of it to shine. Everything from top to bottom really does matter. It's part of why, I love going to, I call it my red carpet appearances, even though it might just be a cocktail event, but it's when every detail from top to bottom truly matters. Do you get really into it? Are you into fashion? You look like you are, I got to tell you.
It's so funny. I am not. I'm into what makes me feel like I can tackle the day.
No, but you literally just said my entire mantra, which is this idea of being authentically you. If you're getting dressed as someone else, or for a past self or a future self that doesn't really match who you are, as opposed to the evolving self, i.e. this is where I want to go and I'm going to dress for that job, for example, then you're walking out the door in, it's a costume, but a bad costume. You want to feel like yourself, and you want to be able to, whatever you're conquering that day, who's the audience? Who are you dressing for, right? You want to feel your authentic, most strong self to present to that person. I also say function first, fashion second. Being uncomfortable is so last season.
I can't.
So, all right. We've got your style adjectives going on, and that would be, what was it? Double edgy, timeless, and minimal, right? Yes.
Yep.
Got it. We're in. The one thing you did say to me right before we started, which I would love to talk about, is that you're very drawn to black, but you're always trying to break up the black. Why are you always trying to break it up? And why do you think you're drawn to black in the first place?
Yeah, I have no idea. I don't. I do think, I mean, I am a very typical, I feel like double edgy really describes it. I mean, I love edgy music, but I love simplicity when it comes to things. I'm not drawn to bright colors at all. I will gravitate to something sometimes where it's like, okay, here's got like a little pull of red. So I feel like I can put on a red lipstick, if that makes sense. So not too long ago, I had just this really chunky necklace that had little highlights of red in it. I'm like, oh my gosh, perfect. Throw on a red lip. I even had red nails last week because holidays. And that felt okay to me. Red's my least favorite, so I try and bring that in. I also don't like orange and yellow. I can't even. But neutrals. If I can just wear neutrals all the time, I'm happy. I'm comfortable. I feel like I'm put together and I'm not freaking out on the inside.
And again, it's how you feel. So I recently had a client actually, and her whole wardrobe, I mean, it was black. Like it was black and some more black put on top of it. And she's like, I really want to get out of this, but I don't feel comfortable. I said, listen, we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Like I'm not trying to drape an orange dress on you or anything crazy like that. So what is a neutral to someone who loves black? It's a navy. It's a dark camel. Maybe we put a little burgundy in. Maybe there's a little bit of an animal print thrown in as far as like subtle patterns going, but you have to really analyze yourself. Don't try and be somebody else. But I do always encourage people, push yourself. When people work with me, I'm like, listen, you hired me for a reason. I'm going to push you to the edge, but I'm not going to push you off the cliff. I want you to just try things out. So if you're trying a little red lip, a little red nail, like these are all good ways to like dip your toe in the pond, if you will. All right. Loving that you are willing to even go there a little bit, but I love that comfort and ease are the place that you tend to go to. Are you, as far as like your uniform, are you typically working at home? Are you on Zoom? Are you going out into the world? I'd love to know how it translates into your everyday style, not necessarily podcast version, Amy, on YouTube with her fabulous top knot, but just the everyday look that you're veering towards.
Yeah, it varies. It really does. It depends on, I mean, I am very attuned to cyclical nature in women, especially my own. And so that even matters. Like today, with where I'm at in my cycle, it's leggings. We're in leggings, and that's just what's happening today. But I only have anything from the face up today. So it is what it is. So I'm very drawn to comfort. I need to feel comfortable if there's something that is feeling restricting or it doesn't fit right, or I can't focus on anything if it doesn't feel like it's fitting right or something's bothering me about the outfit. But then there's days where I am just at home on our property. We have chickens. We live on a dirt road. We live in the country. We're functioning. It's all about function, comfort. There's layers for warmth, or if it's hot as crap outside, then it's that. But again, there's still no color. There's neutrals. And like you said, the colors that I do like, if I have to pull them in, are like this tone of green, that emerald forest green, burgundies, the royal blues, and that's about it. And I love all these tan colors and these neutrals. I have this big comfy sweater right now. It's just a crew neck, and it's this color basically. And it just,
like an
oversized.
acro.
Oh my gosh. I could wear it every day, and I would just be so happy.
You could wear it every day based on your lifestyle. That's the greatest part. You know, neutrals, I think people poo-poo neutrals a lot and they're always like, I need more color. And I'm like, well, maybe you don't need more color. What feels right for you? And truthfully, I talk about this a lot. Neutrals, specifically doing monochromatic, which is the same color from top to bottom, is the fastest way to elevate your look. It's the fastest way to look expensive. Look at a Max Mara is a great designer. For those that don't know what Max Mara is, it's more oversized, a little more tailored, and it is all neutrals. You are not going to catch a bold color going on in there, but like a sleek, beautifully tailored ivory suit, that's going to be more that route. And so even if you're not buying at designer level, just utilizing neutrals that are underneath the same color tone are going to make you look more expensive. So let's talk about this. Let's get into what I love to do with people. the outfit equation challenge. I do this with all of my guests, and I'm super excited to be doing it with you. You have an upcoming event to do, and we're going to talk about the location. We're going to talk about the weather. We're going to talk about the audience, and we're going to talk about the activity. And we're going to combine it all with your amazing style adjectives that we have already determined. So let's get into the activity. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what it is, and then we'll get into the 4 things we need to analyze.
Sure. I chose Next Level Live. So that is where we come together once a year as a community and do a full day dedicated to personal development and success. And originally, when I first went down to MC this event, we did it all in person. And then the next year we did a hybrid. We had in person, and then we also streamed it to people who were everywhere because we have a global community. And then last year was our first time being like, you know what, let's just get the 3 of us together in person and we'll put on an entire Zoom. The guys and I got to get to do our presentations for the day. I still MC the event as well because it's got my heart. And then now this year coming up, we've decided to keep it virtual. And so the 3 of us are still going to get together in person. And the hotel that we rented last year for this space, it wasn't the feel we wanted it to be. It wasn't the space that we needed it to be. So we're actually going to rent an Airbnb this time. And so we can set up a full proper stream where we have full body, where we can have the slides up and we can point and have space to move around. That's really important to us as speakers. As you can tell, I'm a hand talker and I like to move around when I speak. So actually transitioning to Zoom mostly was challenging for me at first. And so that's the event. So we're going to be streaming to our global community. The 3 of us will be in person, but it is a full view shot and it is a professional event.
All right. So location, Airbnb. I love that though. Dude, Airbnb is my jam. Who knew an opportunity to host a video conference for all of your followers? That is really incredible, actually. So, all right, temperature controlled. You've literally gotten to, we know the location, temperature. It doesn't really matter because you're inside the entire time. Okay, love that. Well, we'll call it a good 69 degrees Fahrenheit, 70. We're depending on how you're feeling that day. So talk to me a little bit about the activity then. You will be sitting some, moving around some. Obviously, you're speaking, but talk to me a little bit about the space and the movement during the conference itself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the space, as far as moving around, it will be limited because we'll have our shot set up and we'll make sure it's wide enough so we can get our slides in. And so people can see the slides not only on their screen, but so we can see them and we can point to them as needed and things. So it'll just be a little bit of back and forth on a very small stage, non-stage.
Yes, got it. Okay. And then the most important part of this is talk me through the audience, like things even as far as demographics, but also like, what are they there for? What are they expecting from you, to learn from you, the takeaways? There's a little bit more of an extended amount of information here than just like, okay, who's the audience? Your friends? No, it's so much more than that as far as how you want to present yourself. Mm-hmm. So get into the Next Level University. What do we call them? They're not a follower, they're participant, student.
Yeah, there are communities. So we have people, like I said, from all over the world, and they're all people dedicated to getting 0.1% better every day. We all believe in the compound effect, and we believe in tracking habits, and we believe in doing what we can with all we have, especially holistically. We have a community and business that believes that we can holistically be successful. So that means health, wealth, love, and quality of life, and how we can get better at all of those over time to have our own version of what success and fulfillment is. And so we do have high-level business builders, and we also have people who are building smaller businesses who are also just looking for holistic success in their own version. It's quite a broad audience. And I would say average age is between 35 and 50, male and female. Really, we have quite a vast community there, but they're all coming to learn deeper understandings about themselves, how to grow their business through personal development, and what habits they need to do to get there, and reverse engineer their goals with our guidance.
I love the concept of reverse engineering because you're really getting into, I did this on a much smaller scale during the pandemic with myself, where I was like, okay, my whole life just blew up. What do I want my quote unquote redone life to look like, because literally the pandemic did quite literally take down my in-person styling business. It caused me to finally be like, I'm getting out of New York City. Where am I going? What am I doing? How am I going to make money? I mean, it was every level you could imagine. So the idea of reverse engineering was pretty much the only way I could tackle it, because it was so overwhelming, to be honest with you. I mean, I was post 40 and I'm like, okay, then, well, I'm living in my brother's guest room right now in the woods, in the middle of nowhere with no styling clients. And so this idea of what you guys are putting forth really resonates with me personally. I understand exactly what you're saying, and I love the concept of this. So people are looking to you to be the expert of assisting them in this journey to becoming their best self. All right. So let's get into this. Do you have an item that you're even thinking about wearing for this conference? This is one day of filming, correct? Or a 1 day conference? Okay. So we need one fabulous outfit. That's easy enough. What do you have as your item for me to style?
Yeah, I got this not too long ago and I haven't worn it yet. So I was thinking I would save it for the event. It's a oversized blazer. And it's just got a couple different tones to it. Again, very neutral, highlight of black, some stripes on the cuff, black buttons. And so I'm thinking of picking out everything based around this.
A lot of neutrals, which I love. But here's the thing. This is why I love this piece so much. It is so, to explain to the audience, this is an oversized blazer. It's a little bit longer, correct? Like kind of mid-thigh, oversized mid-thigh blazer in a darker gray, but definitely not charcoal. There is black detailing on a wide lapel of the blazer, and then on the cuff, not on the cuff, on the pocket. The most important part is the sleeve is actually rolled up, and there is a black and white pinstripe detail just on the sleeve. So we're touching all of your style adjectives to start. There's a bit of edginess to this because of all the mixed media elements going on. Even though it's all neutral, you're getting interest throughout the entire jacket. I also like that it's still subdued because we're keeping it in the neutral family, and that makes it authentic to you. And more than that, there's an ease and there's a comfort, because yes, it's structured through the shoulders, but this is oversized, easy, functional, movable. It's going to move with your body, even in a small space. If you're sitting, if you're standing, if you're pointing at slides, it's going to be flexible with your particular event that you are doing. So the question becomes, what are we going to pair said blazer? The party is going on in the jacket. Even though it's all neutral, that's a statement blazer. So there's already a lot going on, to the point where I would actually keep the rest of this way more subdued and pull a color from the jacket. I can't believe I'm going to say this, but I can believe I'm going to say this. I think you should play with textures more than other colors, meaning I think black should definitely be the color from that jacket that you're pulling from, because I want the gray to pop. By the way, we're getting a little golf clap on the other side. For those that aren't watching this on YouTube, I want you to know that Amy approves with a silent golf clap. But I know that also is your comfort zone, and we want you to be comfortable. But I want you to play with fabrics. We could play with silks. You could play with, honestly, you could play with leathers. You could bringing in the edgy. You could play with some velvets. There's a lot of different things that can happen, but all of it should be a backdrop to the blazer. What were you thinking in terms of what you would pair it with this? I'm curious.
Yeah, the reason I loved it was because I thought I could get away with the rest of it being black.
Well, there you go. It's actually that easy. But I do think to elevate it, playing with the different textures is what should be done. I would do a simple silky camisole. A camisole does not mean
Mhm.
lacy. A camisole, you could also use the term shell, which would be a simple scoop neck. I would not do a V-neck with this blazer. I think it would be an awkward silhouette, but doing a wider open neckline is always more flattering when you have on a longer blazer like that. Otherwise, there's too much negative black space going on. We want to see some skin at the top. Right now, my favorite shell, I'm completely obsessed, is actually Nordstrom brand, and it's like $60 and it's a faux silk. Real silk, terrifying. Real silk can get ruined in a hot second. The faux silk, this is actually washable, wearable, and $60. That would be the one that you should buy. I will make sure I put the link in the description for this so anyone else can find it because it is phenomenal. But how tall are you?
Like 5'5" and a bit.
Okay, we're the same height. I would do a wider leg pant. Reason, lots of higher waisted, wider leg, lots of movement, lots of ease. I don't want you to be like suffocated by your clothing. As long as the top is fairly fitted and tucked in, you can go for a bit of a wider leg pant with that oversized jacket. Rule of thumb, unless you're like 5'8" or 5'9" and above and a ruler style body type, you've got to show off your body somewhere in the outfit. You cannot do big on big on big. There has to be small mixed in with the big. And that blazer is oversized enough that you have got to mix in the small. Do you wear bodysuits at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, perfect. So a bodysuit on the top half also would be a great option for a wide leg pant because we're really cinching your waist. I would stay away from the thong version of bodysuits if you're going to be rocking this all day long. Make sure, exactly. I'm anti-thong bodysuit. Oh,
Yeah,
God, who wants that going on all day? No, thank you. And if it does have a thong and I still like need the bodysuit, I will wear full body, full back underwear. I'll admit it. Yeah. I'm not
make sure it's not causing problems. Can you imagine? Oh, excuse me, guys. Let me just, me and these two guys in this room. I need you to look away. I need to adjust my bodysuit constantly.
No, exactly. It's the worst. So that's another option. The other fun thing I would play with, grab a belt. Grab something that focuses on your center. And I would do, if we're going to layer on some of these necklaces, I even love the pearl and gold chain that you have on layered now. Do a simple black belt that has a thin, not too crazy gold buckle because you want the eye to draw into the center and it's pulling the gold from the necklaces all the way down to the belt. And even though your blazer and your pants are going to be a little more oversized, it pulls it in at the waist. Are you going on a shopping trip or do you own any of these things?
The belt, yes. The bodysuit, I have a couple. I also have a couple camisoles that could work with based on what you were talking about. It's more the pant. I don't have much for wide leg pants. So I have a very hourglass figure. I go very small in the waist and I have like just baby hips like you wouldn't, it just, so I find that a wide leg pant always makes me feel wider and that's tough for me.
Thank you for bringing that up because I think a lot of people find wide leg pants complicated. I'm going to give you a few tips and tricks. Number one, it has to hit at your natural waist. Don't go too high. It should be like kind of just below your belly button is the natural waist. Number two, make sure there is at least a medium thickness of a band around the waist. That was two. Number three, I wouldn't go pull on. I would go button waist because otherwise it starts to look like leggings and they end up stretchier and they end up catching on your hips. You actually want to definitely make sure I would go with a bodysuit because we want to go as small as we can on the top. Your waist is going to look like a little itty baby waist when we put that wide leg pant on with the oversized jacket. And the last thing is make sure the pants are not too wide. The width has to do with your height and your shape. You want the pants to be just a little bit wider than your hips themselves. That's the perfect wide for you.
Perfect.
can
Thank
do
you.
this. You're no worries. This is all about figuring out how to make it work on your body type, how to make it work for your style adjectives, how to make it work for your honest and true lifestyle. Because I think once people go, I can't do this and I can't do that, they're cutting out so much opportunity and so much fun that they could put on their body. And I think people then start to view themselves negatively because they're like, well, I can't wear that. It's like, yeah, you can. We just need to make it work for you. And I do think a wide leg pant with a little bit more structure, by the way, don't do a super loose, flowy fabric. You want there to be a bit of density that will help give you a more structured look on the bottom half. And the whole idea is we just don't want it to catch on your hips. We want it to silhouette glaze, like grazed glaze. Listen to me. What am I thinking about? Graze your hips on the way down. And if that doesn't end up being for you, go with a straight leg ankle. It works on every single body type. It will work on you, and you can wear any shoes you want with it. You just cut them just above the top of your ankle is the perfect ankle length on every body type.
Awesome.
All right. Thank you so much, Amy, for joining us. I really appreciate it. And good luck at your event.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. This was a unique experience. I enjoyed it.
I hope unique is good.
Yeah.
Have a great day, Amy.
You as well.
Thank you so much for joining me on this episode of the Style Method Podcast. Always a reminder to take the style adjective quiz at stylemethodpodcast.com. It's your forever filter for your personal style. When you're cleaning out your closet, when you're shopping, when you're styling, you're here already. Why not make your life easier by learning your style adjectives? 4 questions. That's it. You will literally spend more time brushing your teeth today than taking the quiz. And of course, follow us at Style Method Co. That's CO on all of the social medias. And if you want more exclusive tips and information, you can join the Style Method newsletter at StyleMethodPodcast.com. Thank you so much again for joining us. Thank you so much to Amy. And I'll see you next time at the Style Method Podcast.